Hello, it is Saturday, May 10th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword today, so we're going to be solving a themeless, possibly tricky puzzle. Could well be the trickiest puzzle of the week. We'll have to solve it and find out. And this potentially difficult edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Mike from Vermont, Casey Brandt, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, sustain this channel. They keep it going day by day. I'm very grateful to them for that, and I'm very grateful to the efforts and the contributions of everybody who supports the Patreon campaign at any level. Thank you so much to everybody who does so. And if you'd like to join their ranks, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find a whole slew of bonus videos there, as well as, for benefactors, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. And thank you if you subscribe on YouTube, which of course I appreciate as well. It's another way to help out the channel. And finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. All right, let's get on to today's Saturday crossword, shall we? It's a construction, a themeless construction by Sean Phillips, who's constructed a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving, see how I do with this Saturday themeless, right? It's a pretty airy grid, actually, looking at it. And we've got these interesting 3x3 blocks. It's a very unusual bit of, it's a very unusual grid pattern today. Anyway, budget. Budget obviously can mean the amount of money available to spend, but it can also itself mean sort of cheap. Oops, my keyboard is not. What's going on with my keyboard here? Okay, I can't seem to type. What is happening with my key? Oh, there it goes. Okay, don't know what that was about, sorry. But it's back. All right, like American bacon, but not Canadian bacon. I mean, American bacon is streaky bacon. At least streaky bacon is what you'd call it here in the UK. What, I don't know. I don't know if cheap is correct either. I was hoping that would confirm or deny it. Acts like a scaredy cat. Question mark. Why is there what's the pun there? Hisses? I don't know if that's necessarily acts like a scaredy cat. Does a cat hiss if it's scared? I actually don't know. A cat hisses if it's sort of antagonized. Let's leave it and keep going and see if it works. Perfume component. Okay, this looks better. Ester. I know an ester is a chemical component, chemical compound that is a component of perfume typically. So in. Amid, if you're sort of in a group, you're amid it, maybe. Donor group, PTA, Parent Teacher Association, looks to raise donations for a school. I don't know if that's right. Hard to define quality. Integrated as an approach. Holistic, yeah, okay. Wow, I think this might be right. This felt very fuzzy to me, this area over here, but this makes it feel like it's all being tied together. So donor group is not PTA. What is it? PLC? I don't see why that would be right. Oh no, it's PAC. It's a political action committee. It's a U.S. Political donation formation for political campaigns and such. Okay, so I think it is a mid, actually. And hard to define quality. Charisma, right. Okay, which often these days referred to as Riz. Okay, like American bacon, but not Canadian bacon. Crispy, or I don't know. Sad remark at a carnival ring toss booth. I missed, I suppose. Manufactured wooden sheet. I don't know what that's about. Manufactured wooden sheet. Is it some kind of, what do you call it? A sort of veneer? I don't know. Person who's entitled. A homeowner. They quite literally possess a title to their home. And baby blue, perhaps. I don't know what that's looking for. First contact, alien encounter, maybe? Oh, that might be, I think that might be right. What about this short clue? Yes, Massachusetts, Cape Ann. That's a place name. Okay, so there we go. All right, so baby blue, perhaps. I don't know what that's looking for, unfortunately. And, oh, that's a cow, isn't it? Or a heifer? No, I think alien is correct. Okay, never mind. I don't know what that is. Ribs, e.g., or bones, was outstanding. If you awed someone, you were outstanding. I don't think that's right. Was, oh no, you owed. You had a payment outstanding, so you owed money. That's what that is. And then here we have manufacture. Oh, chipboard. There we go. Okay, yes, it's sort of engineered wood. Okay, and then baby blue, perhaps. What is this? Peeper? Oh, are baby blues eyes? So if someone has sort of striking blue eyes, they're referred to as their baby blues. I think that might be correct. Like, oh, who might have been referred to that way? Paul Newman, maybe that kind of person. I'm not sure. I think that might be right. And then crisped is the American bacon. You sort of crisp it up. It's very fatty. Okay, so I think this, which allows that. Okay, so I think that's right. They might have a job for you. Don't know what that's about. Sent up the wall. Drove wild, maybe something like that. They really sent you up the wall. They drove you wild. Yeah. Some camping excursions. RV something. Recreational vehicles, like a motorhome sort of thing. RV trips, maybe. See if that works. Wine found in tasting. Asti. There we go. And it's quite literally means the word is actually contained within the word tasting. It's spelled out within it. Okay, if you decide not to toss something, you don't throw it away, you keep it. And trips, as in sort of metaphorically stumbles or makes a mistake, so makes an error, that could be right. Benefit, a benefit take, as in what's your benefit, what's your take, what are you earning? I'm not sure that's right. One with a login and password. A user has a username and a password. Mediterranean plant named for its brightly colored flowers. Sun something? Benefit. Oh, yes, for your benefit, for your sake. That's what it is. Okay, right, okay. So, yes, we did it for your benefit. Okay. Mediterranean plant named for its brightly colored flowers. Sun rose? I actually don't know this plant. I'm just trying to think of something that would fit with an R there. Because of something. It happened because of it. It happened due to it. And then George Blank voted Coach of the Century by the International Swimming Hall of Fame. I haven't the slightest clue about that, unfortunately. Nature's alternative in a classic debate, nature versus nurture. So maybe this is not drove wild. But yeah, this is a classic discussion as to whether people or I suppose animals or what have you, but probably most relevantly people are formed more by their genetic disposition or their environmental factors, and to what extent those things kind of balance each other and interplay. Anyway, some dragonflies. I don't know the answer to this. This looks like recruiters. Yes, indeed it is. They might have a job for you. Recruiters might offer you a job. And then if you were sent up the wall, they sent you up the wall. They drove. Oh, I just can't see it. Sorry if that's obvious. If one comes out with something, one utters it, one says it. And once and then some. Don't know. Didn't make it through the late show, say, nodded off. Yeah, you were watching something late at night and you nodded off. You fell asleep. Some works of Wordsmith. Sorry, some works of Wordsworth. Sorry. And you could refer to Wordsworth as a wordsmith, I suppose. Sonnets? Yeah, there we go. So poetry, that'll work. Some dragon, obviously sonnets is more specific than poetry, but some dragonflies. Oh, darners or something. I think that's an insect, isn't it? Is that right? It's something like that. Let's see. George Blank, I still don't know. Team for which Sandy Koufax pitched for all of his 12 MLB seasons. I mean, I've certainly heard of Sandy Koufax in general terms. I don't know who he played for, but it looks like the Dodgers, doesn't it? Would that have been when they were still a New York-based team? Oh, yeah, here we go. Drove nuts. So you're sent up the wall, driven nuts. There we go. Okay. So wants and then some. Hungers for? That looks good. So then George Haynes must have been voted Coach of the Century by the International Swimming Hall of Fame. Okay. I have to assume that's correct because I don't recognize it, unfortunately. Some pillars of the community are elders, perhaps. There we go. And then pioneer in musical impressionism despite rejecting the term. Interesting. I'm curious as to this. I can't think offhand who this would be. I'm interested in it, but I don't know. I'm off so long. And one side in an 1899 to 1902 war that looks like the Boers of the Boer War. And that timing lines up as well. So bases. Oh, Debussy. This is Debussy. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Okay, so I suppose he rejected the term impressionist. Claude Debussy. All right, so bases are grounds. And then unappetizing food, grub, maybe? I don't think grub is necessarily unappetizing. You'd say, let's go get some grub, and it doesn't mean unappetizing. So what might it be? I don't know. For blank. For real, you might ask something. Are you sure? Apt name for a NASCAR driver. Otto, probably. It sounds like auto as an automobile. Mary Poppins tune that begins with tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. That must be Let's Go Fly a Kite, which I only sort of very vaguely remember. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen Mary Poppins, but I at least remember well enough to remember the name of the song, so there we go. Rolled oats, there we go, like oatmeal. Okay, unappetizing food, glop, maybe? Yes, a devious scheme is a ploy. There we go, a ruse or a device. Okay, so glop, that does sound unappetizing. I was stuck in traffic, perhaps, might be a lie to excuse your tardiness. And shoved down the throat of you foisted on? Yes, if you foisted something on someone, you kind of surprised them with it or kind of forced them into it or what have you. Okay, fine-grained rock that can be easily cut in any direction. I don't know. I don't recognize this offhand. What about this? Where Ferrari is race in brief. That looks like it's referring to a stock symbol, perhaps on the New York Stock Exchange, where Ferrari must be listed. Okay. So deep defenses. I don't know. What about this? Demand. Ask. No. Demand. I don't know. I can't see it for some reason. Committed in front of witnesses. If you committed something in front of witnesses, so it could be, you committed a crime in front of witnesses? It could be maybe you committed some kind of oath in front of people who were witnessing what you were saying. I don't know. Okay, yeah, this little corner it's not serving me well. Go into overdrive. I don't know. Museums, galleries, etc. They're what sort of cultural centers, or their art something, or their I don't know. Tops. Aces, elite, A-team. Fine-grained rock, I don't know. Natives of Scandinavia. Norse something. Oh my goodness, I'm absolutely falling apart down here. Center of town, in signs. On signs, what does that mean? I have no idea what we're looking for there. Downtown? I don't know. Center of town on signs. Central core? I don't know what we're looking for at all. Convenience stores. Well, it probably ends with an S. At least that's something. Marts, maybe? Why not? Let's. Someone will pay for this. An IOU? Tops. Doesn't necessarily look like anything. Okay, right. How do I make progress here? Tops. Bests? As in the top players or the bests? Someone will pay for... Oh, tab? You pay for a tab? Maybe it is that. Boy, that really all came just because I put the S here in convenience store. I mean, it could still be wrong, but I do have two things that work with one another. Go into overdrive to... Oh my goodness, I am just not seeing these things. Museums, galleries. I'm going to have spent, a third to a half of the whole time solving this puzzle just on this little corner. Museums, galleries, etc. I mean, it probably also ends with an S. Maybe, because it could end with an A. Or an I even. No, probably not, but it could be an A. Okay, I don't know. Go into overdrive. Okay, well, how can I build on this bests? Center of town on signs. On signs. I have no idea what that's about. Convenience stores. Okay, so maybe it's Marts. Let's try that and see if it helps. Art, museums, galleries, etc. Art. Oh, the art scene. Oh, in general. It doesn't end with an S, nor an A for that matter. Yeah, it's broadly the art scene. I buy that. Okay, why not? Sure, that's correct. Go into overdrive is turn it on? As in, let's really turn it on. Let's go into overdrive. I don't know if that's right. Let's try it and see. Center of town. Oh, Main Street. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, that is a very, I mean, fair enough. This is obviously a New York-based crossword. That's a very sort of U.S. notion, Main Street being the center of town, but fair enough. Okay, committed in front of witnesses. Said I do. Right. Okay, so it is someone sort of making an oath in front of witnesses, but not in a kind of court of law sense, but rather in a wedding. Okay, demand market? As in, what's the demand? What's the market? I don't know if that's right. Oh, maybe it is. Natives of Scandinavia, the Nordics. There we go. I was on the right track. I just couldn't get the word for some reason. Deep defenses are moats, as in they're literally deep. Fine grain rocks, free stone, I guess that is. And demand is market. Okay, so that was it. Yeah, so I proceeded. So I had a slightly difficult time getting started, but then, it proceeded pretty well, I would say, throughout the whole puzzle until I got to this little bit at the end, and then I just absolutely hit a wall. And it just took me much, much longer to proceed through that than it did through the rest of it. I think it had been sort of 10 or 11 minutes at the time I got here, and then it was more than 6 minutes or so just to finish this one little corner. So it was more than a third of the total time, I think, if my memory of that clock is correct. Yeah, more than a third of my total solving time just down on a little bit. And that can happen, of course. And it's a Saturday crossword. So I think with a Saturday, you are very subject to areas of knowledge or words that come easily to your mind. And those, I think any particular person could really hit one of those kind of anywhere. And I really did today. Let me know if you had a similar experience or a completely different one in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Always curious. And there we have it. That was, for me, what turned out in the end, specifically in the end, to be a bit of a tricky Saturday themeless crossword. There we go. Wasn't at my bests in that right at the end there. But there we have it. That was all right. And still enjoyed solving it, as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back tomorrow with a Sunday crossword. Do join me for that much larger themed grid. And we'll see what the theme's all about. All right. Hope you join me. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.